you can be a good man, but it's not Kira's man.
Right.
And I love that because I think sometimes this is from me from the outside looking in. I would see women that's like, he's a good man, but he's not my man. But just because he's a quote unquote good man, I'm just willing to take him.
Mm-hmm.
But they
And
might not fit you.
that's when we talked about why women think they can change a man. Stupidity. Because you like, well, damn, I done dated or been in talks with 30 different guys. This is the second one. I don't know when the next one gonna come. So let me go ahead and try to do it. Then you're trying to fit them into this idea of what it is that you think that you want, and or trying to fit them into what it is that you need. And sometimes even with myself, because I've done it before, it's just like, well, damn, how much like do I want to continue to live like this? You know, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna take them. And then I have to ask myself, like people say what your non-negotiables are, and I've learned to move on to, okay, I have my non-negotiable, but what are my bare minimums? Like, what's the minimums? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all the non-negotiables, cool, it's not there, but damn, this ain't even the minimum of what I want. Like, you good, but
Yeah.
you know, it's like if you put it in the analogy of like a car, if I know that I want a Mercedes with leather seats, sunroof, all these other things, like I know, like I've worked hard, I built my credits, I have my down payment, whatever it is, to have all of these things. I may get another Mercedes that may not have all of those things. You know, I work with it. But you can't bring me a fully loaded Ford and say, well, take the, I don't want the Ford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with the Ford. I just don't want it, even though it's fully loaded with the leather seats and all of that other stuff. It's just not what I want. But sometimes people try to do that, and you can't take the Ford emblem off and put a Mercedes emblem on it and just make it a Mercedes. But that's what we try to do.
You preaching.
You know what I mean? So stupidity. Like, well, you know, he got the looks, the degree, the whatever, 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 whatever. But sis, that ain't what you want. Just go ahead. I ain't got to do the sunroof.
Yeah.
I take the little alloy wheels. That's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't got to be the 2021. I do a 2017. It's still good, you know, but it's what I want, you know. So that's what it is.
No, I love that because, and then you turn around and then people blast their dating experiences like he was trash, he was trash, he was trash. But you didn't have to settle. You didn't have to. But just because maybe you didn't want to be alone or whatever, you know. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, men are this or women are that. And I'm like, nah.
You chose that.
Yeah, you chose that. Thank you. Yeah. And now with us talking about this, if women believe that they can change men, like what do you think will be the most effective way? Not so much of changing, but I think what can you what will be some tips that you can give to say, you know, I can't change them, but, and I think we might have discussed this earlier. I think we might have talked about this earlier. Yeah.
I think it's more so of really creating a space that encourages him to be his best self.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, listen to him. And what I find with women, we listen for response or listen and create doubt where men shut down and they don't open up again.
Yep.
So listening and they feel comfortable just constantly opening up to you. I think with that, when you start to do that for a man, they're going to, that protector that women always talk about, that's going to rise up even more because now you're my safe space. You're my soft place to land. Yeah. So I want to go out here because damn, like, yeah, she holding me down, you know? And I don't think it's anything of doing that, but just be softer. And that's something I have to work on. I have very masculine energy. I am aware of that, you know? I get her done. Like, I don't mean, yeah. But I'm learning how to lead with femininity and be softer. And that doesn't necessarily have to come with me cooking and cleaning. It's just a certain type of essence and space that you create where that man wants to be his best self. And the more that he's a better self, he's going to be a better partner to you because he's whole, he's doing it. So you got to encourage that. You got to be patient with it. Women think we're going to talk Tuesday and by Thursday if he don't have his shit together.
Yeah.
Hey, shawty, it's been 3 years for you. You ain't got it. Like, calm down.
Oh my God. I love that about your feminine energy. I love that because I know as a man, I love it. You know, when you can just really be your true, authentic self, when you can be that safe space. You know, like the Alicia Keys song, she said, just look at me as the pages of your diary. That's you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, and that makes me love that much even more, that I can trust you and that I know you're not going to put me out there, you know, and you're not going to shut me down. And when you, and that active listening, you know, and you in tune with me and you asking me questions. I remember before when my wife used to ask me questions, I thought she was interrogating me and it made me shut down. I was like, well, I'm sharing personal stuff with you, but damn, you asking too much.
She like, I'm trying to get to know you.
Exactly, right?
It actually matters to me.
Exactly, but that was my own, again, underdeveloped, you know, maturity. But I realized over time she just really was genuinely concerned, and that's when I was able to learn more about myself and even giving her the things that she need when it came to us conversing, so that way she can be fully in the loop as far as what's going on with me.
Good. Shout out to her for sticking it through. Okay, so it's just it's things like that. Her ability to be patient with you, showing genuine interest. I think a lot of women just don't show genuine interest in men. It's more so, can you check these boxes? And if you cannot, can I change this up, put a new shirt on you, give you a new car, help you with your credit so you can fit the rest of these boxes? Yeah. Instead of just really investing in that man. And I'm sure about her doing that investment, it's nothing that you won't do for her. That's how you get the man to change. Love him. Ooh. Like legit, unconditionally, authentically, genuinely, with compassion and empathy, love him. He'll do whatever you want him to do.
Come on now, Kira. You
want him to do.
We need to package this and sell it, because that's the answer right there. And here's the funny thing, and I know for me, every guy's different. It doesn't even have to do with anything with sex. It's just with you being your authentic self, being that space for me. You know, it just makes me that much more attracted to you. You know, it shows me your emotional maturity, where we can, because I know me, I'm big on having those conversations, those deep conversations that's gonna help us grow and mature. So that's to turn me on. But I know for some women, it might be a little different. Like, girl, let me just put this thing on them real quick. And then it's like, nah, it's deeper than that. When the man, you know, when you have his heart, you know, because he gonna be committed.
I'm trying to tell you, you be like, hey, calm down. You got me. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right.
They want to hold on to it because oftentimes, especially with Black men, it's probably the first time they've ever even experienced it. You know what I mean? So that's how you change them, just by loving them. And the only way for you to do that is for you to do your own work.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I can only love you and understand you to my own capacity. So the deeper I get involved with myself, the more I get to heal from my own wounds, then I can invite you into those spaces and encourage you, because it's familiar to me and I know the type of protection you need. So that's all you can do. All the other stuff, it don't work. It's stupid. Trust me, I tried it. I tried it more than one time. Okay, it don't work. It don't work.
Dropping so many gems, my guy. Do you think that comes with age, or can you actually kind of can you help the younger women with this?